17-year-old Maggie Dunn and 16-year-old Caroline Gill can no longer be high school cheerleaders, will never grow to be adults with their own families, and they'll never be able to do anything because they're no longer with us. And the reason they're no longer with us is because of this guy, 42-year-old David Cothran, Officer David Cothran. He thought it'd be a good idea to instigate and continue a high-speed chase as he pursued a car thief. Officer David Cothran, who works for the police in the community of Addis, was arrested Sunday evening after his cruiser slammed into the car in which Maggie and Caroline were passengers. Both girls were killed in the collision, and Liam Dunn, Maggie's brother and a University of Louisiana Lafayette freshman, was also in the vehicle at the time. He's in critical condition. Cothran has been charged with 2 counts of negligent homicide and 1 count of negligent injuring. His bond was set at $100,000. At the time, police were pursuing a 24-year-old suspect. This guy, Tahlequah Zanders, who allegedly broke into a family member's home and stole his father's car. We're talking about a low-level crime. Property was reported stolen, but nobody was threatened or harmed. Not until the police got involved. And because of police irresponsibility and recklessness, 2 lives were snuffed out and 1 hangs in the balance. Police said that the chase started in Baton Rouge. During the chase through multiple parishes, the 24-year-old ran red lights and reached speeds of 110 miles per hour, according to police documents. And why do you think he was going that fast? Because he was being chased. Now, instead of 1 speeding vehicle on the road, you have multiple speeding vehicles, putting more lives in jeopardy. Here's a WBRZ News report that they ran on the story.
The WBRZ investigative unit obtained the video used to arrest an Addis cop who slammed into a car full of young people.
That video obtained through sources, and for the first time, you can see what prosecutors saw that led them to book that officer. The district attorney in West Baton Rouge Parish believes the officer who killed 2 teens was hyped up on adrenaline when he plowed into the car over the weekend.
More like hyped up on recklessness and stupidity. You have to be a real moron to drive through a town like this on a busy roadway blowing through red lights.
The DA also made it clear the man who started this chase will face some serious consequences.
We have made an editorial decision not to show the moment of impact.
Now, you can make all the excuses in the world for why they would hide this imagery from the public, but this is censorship. It was okay for the boys in the newsroom to see the unedited footage, but they won't allow the public to see it. It's not a journalist's job to hide the truth from the public. It's their job to give the public the truth and let the chips fall where they may, no matter how gory or outrageous or disturbing it might be. These people in the newsroom made an executive decision to play the role of God or a hall monitor or your parent. Maybe people need to see this so they can be appropriately outraged at the law enforcement goons who are out there putting lives at risk every day. Why do they show other car crashes with fatalities that don't involve cops?
Tahlequah Zanders, who started the chase, remains locked up in the West Baton Rouge Parish Jail on manslaughter charges. Meanwhile, the Addis cop who was chasing him is in the same jail tonight.
This is one of 3 videos obtained by the WBRZ investigative unit that was used to arrest Addis police officer David Cothran. The video shows a white sedan zooming through a red light. A few seconds later, an Addis police unit slams into a sedan, killing 2 teens. We've frozen the video before the crash because it's much too graphic to show on TV.
Much too graphic to show on TV. Again, it's not a journalist's job to hide truth and facts. The solution to this is simple. If you're disturbed by these kinds of images, then don't watch them when they say, warning, the following images may be disturbing to some viewers. Discretion is advised. This guy's speeding right here is off the charts. This is a busy intersection. Look at all the cars just in this frame alone. This cop had no business going this fast.
The video shows the officer going at an extraordinarily high rate of speed before the crash.
The video and the dash cam are damning.
West Baton Rouge District Attorney Tony Clayton says Tahlequah Zanders is ultimately responsible for this entire mess after he led law enforcement on a chase through 2 parishes.
He will face potentially up to 100 years in prison. I'm talking about the defendant driver. But if you're to hold him accountable for his actions, and the officer was also complicit in it, then he must be held accountable too. And that's all folks are asking for.
And that's just a simple fact. If this robber is going to be held accountable, then it's only the right thing to do to hold a guy who is sworn to protect and serve the public accountable. The images of this wreckage is horrific. Remember, 2 lives were snuffed out and 1 hangs in the balance because somebody stole a car. And this officer made the conscious decision to put the value of a car above the value of human lives.
But Clayton also says it was gross negligence on the part of the Addis officer who was sworn to uphold and protect the laws. The deaths of 2 teens in Addis following a police pursuit and other deaths in recent years due to police chases are once again calling police chase protocols into question.
According to National Highway Transportation Safety data, they show that 455 deaths were tied to police pursuits in 2020 alone. A lot of times when we get statistics like this, the numbers are later found to be much higher.
An expert says those who have blue lights have an obligation to stop or slow down at red lights. In this case, over the weekend, that did not happen.
Part of that character is to be able to control your adrenaline. He got caught up in his adrenaline. And that adrenaline caused him to have tunnel vision. And that tunnel vision ultimately resulted in those children losing their lives. And the bright line rule from these pursuits, is that blue lights don't give you the power to part the Red Sea.
In other words, no matter what this DA's motivation is in pursuing a conviction on this cop, people are starting to wake up to the fact that officers don't have qualified immunity from being prosecuted like the rest of us.
Clayton calls the video captured on camera and the actions of Cawthron some of the worst video he's ever seen.
When the public and when the triers of facts see the totality of the evidence, particularly his actions, moments before the accident or the impact, his comments and his demeanor, goldfish will stop swimming. That's how damning it is.
It looks like this guy's indicating that they know something about this cop's actions that were recorded before the accident. But the moral of the story is the same. There's no problem in life that can't be made exponentially worse when you add government into the mix, especially when they come saying that they're protecting and serving. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel, the links are in the description, along with the link showing you where to get some crazy good merch and designs that you can put on any shirt, hoodie, mug, cell phone case, whatever you want. I'll see you in the next video.